Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am so pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry.
So let's dive right in. What truly makes a hotel exceptional? I mean, really stand out. Is it the fancy lobby, the prime location, maybe the 1,000 thread count sheets? Well, those things are nice for sure. But the real engine of a hotel's success, the thing that turns a good stay into a truly unforgettable one, is leadership. Specifically, the leadership of the general manager. Think of them as the conductor of the orchestra. And today, we're exploring how they guide their most crucial section, the sales and marketing team.
And this quote just gets to the very heart of it, doesn't it? The GM's influence is, well, it's profound. It goes way beyond just signing off on budgets. It's about shaping the entire culture of the team. A culture that sparks creativity, that fuels motivation, and one that directly connects the team's hard work to the two things that matter most, creating those incredible guest experiences and, of course, driving powerful revenue.
So, the big question is, how does a great GM actually pull this off? Well, it all starts with our first pillar of leadership, being the strategic visionary. This right here is the bedrock, the foundation on which everything else is built.
You see, a strategic vision isn't just some vague, fluffy dream. It's a practical, powerful tool. You should think of it as your hotel's North Star. It answers that fundamental question, where are we all going? It makes sure that every single marketing campaign, every sales pitch, every decision is moving in the exact same direction, perfectly in sync with what makes your hotel's brand so unique.
And to turn that vision into a reality, a GM has to nail these 3 steps. First, you've got to set goals that are absolutely crystal clear. No fuzziness. Second, you have to make sure those goals are a perfect fit for the hotel's brand, not just some generic targets you pulled out of thin air. And third, and this might be the most critical part, you have to communicate that vision relentlessly. So much so that every single team member not only knows the plan, but feels like they own a piece of it.
Okay, so let's move on to our second pillar and see how this all connects. Because a brilliant vision, well, it's pretty much worthless if the team can't work together to make it happen. A great leader has to be a collaborative architect. This slide just lays it all out, the stark difference. On the left, you've got departments trapped in their own worlds, and we all know them as silos. And the result? It's always inefficiency and missed opportunities. But on the right, you have an environment that the GM has intentionally designed for collaboration. This is where sales, marketing, and operations are all talking to each other. Ideas flow freely, strategies get sharper, and the entire hotel just runs smarter. The GM is the one who architects that space.
Now, part of building that collaborative muscle is making sure your team is armed with the best and latest information. A great GM doesn't just cross their fingers and hope the team keeps up with industry trends. No, they actively bring that knowledge in. And this isn't just about improving skills. It's a huge motivator. It's a powerful signal to the team that they are valued, that they're worth investing in.
Which brings us right to our third pillar, the GM as the empowering leader. Look, having a vision and a collaborative team is one thing, but giving them the power and the tools to actually go out and win, that's a whole other level. This is the essential question every single leader has to ask themselves, because empowerment isn't about just handing off tasks and walking away. Not at all. It's about providing real support, it's about demonstrating trust, and it's about making sure your team has all the resources they need to do their absolute best work.
In today's hospitality industry, this is what empowerment often looks like. It means giving your sales and marketing team access to powerful data analytics. It means investing in modern technology. When you provide these tools, you're giving them more than just gadgets. You're giving them the ability to make smarter, faster decisions. You're empowering them to create the kind of personalized campaigns that guests actually love.
And speaking of empowerment, let me tell you the quickest way to destroy it, setting your team up to fail. Chasing even one wildly unrealistic goal, just one, can absolutely crush a team's morale and drain all their energy. A truly empowering leader knows how to set goals that stretch the team, for sure, but are ultimately achievable. That's what keeps everyone focused and motivated.
And of course, when those ambitious targets are hit, the empowering leader closes the loop. They celebrate that success. They offer meaningful rewards and incentives. And this isn't just about a bonus. It's a clear message that all that hard work is seen, it's valued, and it's celebrated. And that just fuels the drive to do it all over again. This all leads us to our final and maybe most personal pillar of leadership. Beyond all the strategy and the tools, A truly great general manager is an inspirational mentor.
This quote really captures the human side of leadership so perfectly. Sometimes the most powerful tool a GM has isn't a spreadsheet or a market report. It's a simple, sincere thank you or that was fantastic work. Acknowledging the effort and the success, no matter how big or small, builds an environment of trust where people feel safe and encouraged to aim even higher.
Because ultimately, the most powerful inspiration comes from action. A GM who leads by example, who shows real grit when things get tough, who rolls up their sleeves and helps solve problems. That's a leader who earns a level of respect and dedication that no company memo could ever command. When the team sees their leader right there in the trenches with them, they're inspired to give their absolute best.
So, there you have it. We've walked through the 4 pillars: the visionary, the architect, the empowerer, and the mentor. These aren't just job titles. They're the fundamental roles a general manager must embody to build a truly high-performing team and, with it, a wildly successful hotel. The only question left is the one right there on your screen. How will you build the future?